video presented by your mentor Vivek. Uh, we are starting a brand new section on this channel called AI Pulse. We have started this section on my Hindi YouTube channel as well, so do check it out. Uh, so here's the idea. Every week, something in AI gets declared dead, revolutionary, or inevitable. We are going to take those claims apart and ask a simple question. Is it actually true? And does it change what you should do on Monday? And I'm starting with one that's genuinely uncomfortable for me. I run a whole masterclass on spec-driven development, and a developer named Kapil Viren Ahuja. I'll show you the article as well. This is that article on Medium. And this is a similar article by Jaroslaw Wozwowski. So, this gentleman published a piece arguing that spec driven development is heading towards its death. So, let's do this properly. So, what's the claim? Here's his argument, and I want to give it full strength. You sit down, you think hard, you write a clear specification, then you start building. And within an hour, the build hands you something you simply did not know when you wrote that spec. So the spec stops being a document that guides the work. It becomes, in his own words, the thing you are perpetually repairing. And that's a fair hit. If your specification is permanently out of date, what exactly is it doing for you? Let's check the analogy. Now let me reframe this this analogy, because the analogy tells you where the argument actually lands. Think about a printed map. You buy it, you plan your route, you set off. A road is closed, there's a deviation or diversion. A new flyover exists that isn't on your paper. The map is now wrong suddenly, and it will stay wrong forever. Now think about live navigation on your phone. Same road closed, and it reroutes you in 3 seconds. Here's the thing, nobody says navigation is dead. What died was the printed map. The function survived, only the frozen format was replaced. Hold that thought. It's exactly what's happening here. The case against. And here's the interesting part. Kapil's own article points at the strongest counter argument. It's a talk by Breunig on keeping what he calls the spec-driven development triangle in sync. His framing is this. These artifacts are nodes that all move. As each node moves forward, your job and your tooling's job is to keep them in sync. Improve the code, you improve the spec, same breath. And there's a sharp detail I want you to catch, which Josh Beckman highlighted in his notes on that talk. Whatever tool you use to track decisions and intent, it cannot live only inside the agent. It has to run outside in version control as a checkpoint, not a suggestion. Here's the verdict. So, my honest verdict: the critique is real, the target is wrong. Kapil is describing a genuine daily pain, and anyone who has actually written specs knows exactly the feeling he is describing. But what he's describing dying is the frozen spec. The write it once, treat it as truth spec. And here's the part that matters. What replaces it is not no spec. We already ran that experiment. It's called vibe coding. And it fails loudly and expensively because you end up burning tokens. So the replacement is the living space, spec. One that gets updated as a normal, expected part of every build cycle, not as a failure. So, what do you actually do on Monday? 3 things. 1. Stop treating a stale spec as a failure. If your spec never changes during a build, you're either not learning anything or you are not updating it. Both are bad. 2. Put your spec in version control next to the code. If it lives in a doc nobody opens, it was already dead. No methodology needed. And 3. Budget time for the update. Every build cycle, the spec moves too. Not when you remember. Every cycle. That's the reality check. The spec isn't dying. The stone tablet is. Tell me in the comments whether you think Kapil is right. I read every one of them. And if you want the full methodology, the Spec-Driven Development Masterclass is on this channel. The entire playlist. See you in the next one. Until then, goodbye, take good care of yourself, and don't forget to peace out.